toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Under fire. Keeps it himself and gets the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Off play action on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Boston. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start. And that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
So Illinois' offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most. There's going to be times in this game, like we've seen throughout his career, when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. If you can't throw it late, it's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Jackson. Finds a crease at the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Illinois offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Catch in the middle, it's Dixon. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for him.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Bailey. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Sanders. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Hold. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but it gets man...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. NC State is in business to start the drive with a 1st and goal. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll run it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start... And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final in one of the game's richest rivalries between Texas A&M and Arkansas. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Got a man, it's Wade. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hands it off. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
He's got it. Now Wolfpack. A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, and everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. To the air, it's Bailey. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. They're setting up the screen. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Man, the option can be a real pain in the butt to defend, particularly when you get outside and you're playing quarterback and pitch at the same time.
How many option teams did you face back in the day?
Well, we saw several, and I hated it every single week because those cut blocks came ad nauseum, and you're just trying to protect your dang knees.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Illinois lining up quickly.
At the 13-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Working that left side now. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois. Ready to try the point after.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Throws to the tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the other. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll pull it down and... Oh, he's got some space. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Running through contact, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Illini!
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Wolfpack line up facing 3rd and approximately half a mile. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The quick out. There he goes. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Used the play fake, now to throw. Scrambling away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Illinois.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Gets it out quickly. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
As if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense working from the pistol. They'll try the run. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. Turning it on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, NC State.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. It's Sanders. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So now it's 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Sanders. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Rushes on him. It's complete to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll bring it out. It's Briggs. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain mountain of a man on the defensive front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away.
Number 10, on to punt it away.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The play action fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Illinois! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Briggs. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Got it in the middle, it's Boston. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now on 2nd down. The give on the option. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
To the air, it's Bailey. Got him downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
To the air on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down.
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dixon. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Illinois right back to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Looking to fire.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
That's caught. It's Sanders.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They're going back to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. That last play not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw on 3rd. It's complete on the right side. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the 1st down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
On 4th down, going to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Now they'll run it to the right here. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. The run from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll give it to the back. He has the 1st and still on his feet. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. They'll ride the hot hand. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll run the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. I mean, that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays. It can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Illinois lining up quickly. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's got his man. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's open on the right. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He didn't get there. Fourth and goal from the 1, and they are stuffed. NC State backed up in its own territory, just looking for some room on first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They use the sideline and get him out of bounds right at the 9. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. Looking deep down the right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll take the result of the flag and move the offense back. Looking to throw on first down. got it in the middle. It's Dixon.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
And how loud is it in this building? This crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game.